Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. And no, we are not back on Burke Street. We are actually at my place. I decided to get a new green screen, something that's portable that I don't have to tack to the wall and stuff like that. And I can use this when I start doing my little video game thing that I planned on doing. I just can't buy a PlayStation or a new Xbox. It's just hard. Every time they go on sale, they sell out. Yesterday, I seen the link like 7 o'clock in the morning. Every time I try to, it goes to my box, they're like, oh, you need to sign into your Best Buy. Get your Best Buy password. Look at the Best Buy password, reset the password, and it still keeps saying, please confirm your new password. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm trying to get this. And then every store, South Philly closed, no more. Cherry Hill, no more. Willow Grove, no more. It's just like, oh my God, I was just frustrated. So it's okay. I won't be having the PlayStation or the Xbox no time soon, but it's okay. To everyone watching, please, thank you for watching. Please click the like button. If you're watching us for the first time, please subscribe. What else? I know we haven't been giving y'all regular Monday videos, but we're back on track. There's something else that I needed to say. It was something else I needed to say besides my birthday and all of that stuff, and it just skipped my mind. I can't remember. But there was something I wanted to say, but I can't remember. But anyway, thank you guys for all the birthday love that you sent me on Twitter, Facebook, on YouTube, Instagram, text message, phone calls come to my house, the food, the drinks, the parties. Thank you. I just thank you guys so much. Like in the beginning of last week, I was
this for
sad. Yes.
Oh.
And I don't know if you wanted it real cold or just regular. So I just gave you room temperature. I don't have cold water.
I don't drink room temperature water.
Oh, okay. Well,
I drink cold water.
We'll put it in the
but
freezer.
this is, I'll keep it.
Okay.
So you know, next time you cold
water. So
not a singer. They use room temperature water.
Yeah. So it was great. I was like feeling a little sad in the middle of last week, and then when I got to work on Friday, I just completely lost it at my desk. And I got myself together and I finished my work day, and then everything was fine. But like when I say like if you looked at me, my eyes looked like they had blood in them. That's how like sad I was. But I was happy and sad at the same time. But it turned out to be a great birthday weekend. I feel great at 36. I don't feel 36, but when I think about a lot of stuff, it do make me, seem a little older. I had a chance to speak to some of the viewers who came to the party on Friday night, and a lot of you guys reminded me how long I've been doing this thing on YouTube.
Where'd you have your party?
Right here. But I won't be having no more
Cold Dead City. Did you really have a party here?
It was only 5 people.
Oh, okay, good.
It was not like 20 people.
Oh, okay.
This is my normal friend. Like, my wrestling friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were.
Yeah, my coworker, she told me last night. She said, Kevin had a party. I said, yeah, I know. I seen a picture or something. She said, yeah, something about... She said, I thought you were going to be there. I said, we're on lockdown. I followed the rules.
Right, we are on lockdown, but I was just like, listen, it didn't start till 5 o'clock. And I'm like, the lockdown for the city.
I know.
So I was like, bitch, we gotta do
I ain't gonna tell you what happened to me on Sunday at church.
What happened?
Y'all not gonna laugh. Yeah, y'all can laugh.
Don't
so
say
you know,
out.
huh?
You fell out?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I go to church real quick. I go to church because there was an email sent out last week saying because of the lockdown that they were only gonna allow 15 people.
Oh.
In. Fine. I'm like, okay, well, if I get there early enough, I'll be one of the 15 people. So I go. I had on a sweatsuit, whatever, because I was just like, I'm not getting dressed, whatever. I'll just put on a sweatsuit. I get there, and when I go inside the building, I see one of my pastor's sons, and I said, and I'm looking, because we're in the smaller building, and I'm looking straight from all the way outside because of the back door. I said, what's going on outside? He says, oh, my dad said we're going to have service outside today because it's going to be nice. I said, nice.
It was nice.
No, it was not. It was freezing.
You was freezing yesterday?
Sunday morning, Kevin?
I was outside.
Kevin, I had on a whole quilt sitting in that parking lot.
Oh, my God. That was not good. I don't know. Maybe
and I was
me.
over it. Because I planned on sitting in my car. Once I realized we were going to have service outside, I planned on sitting in my car.
Right.
And then listen to the service on the Facebook. Mm-hmm. But then something happened with that.
Oh my God. The Facebook went down?
The Facebook wasn't working. So I had to get out of my car because I couldn't hear from where I was in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. So then my pastor's niece just texted me and said, well, not texted me, but she hit me up earlier and said, you look like Lazarus sitting in the parking lot yesterday. I said, let me tell you something. Your uncle did not say that we were having service in the parking lot.
Right. Okay? It is almost December.
And it was chilly yesterday. And I thought that it was going to be yesterday morning. Mm-hmm. It was cold. Yesterday wasn't cold, but yesterday morning it was very cold. Because everybody had their... And I had thank God I had that blanket in my car. Because I didn't have a jacket because I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to be inside.
And he switched it up.
And he switched it up, and I was not happy about that. And it was all over my face. Even with the mask on, you could still see it in my eyes. I was not happy. And I was ready to cuss.
But it was a good service?
Yes.
Besides you being cold. But as you guys know, Philadelphia is on lockdown. The only thing that's really, really changed is that you can't eat in restaurants. And gyms are closed. Salons are open, barbershops are open, nail salons, all of that is open. The only thing that's not open are restaurants and gyms. And I do feel sorry for people who, the restaurants are not closed, but you can't dine in, and you can only have a limited amount of people outside. So, Philly is really trying to get their numbers down, our numbers down, and they're more strict than New Jersey and with Delaware, because Delaware you can still have outdoor dining. The gyms are still open, and the same thing in Delaware. But here in Philadelphia, it's restaurants cannot have no indoor dining whatsoever. And if you do sit outside to eat, it must be with people in your family. And I don't think that they're checking your IDs to make sure you all live in the same house.
No.
And they're saying that nobody is supposed to be over nobody's house. Nobody's supposed to be over nobody's house. That's what they're saying. Okay?
Well, this is the first house I've been over.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I've been in the house all week. I've been in the house. I'm taking this stuff serious. Yeah. I've decided that I'm not going anywhere on Thanksgiving because my aunt was thinking about still having Thanksgiving. Remember, I called her.
Right.
But whether she has it or not, I'm not going. Mm-hmm. I just decided
I'm not going to plate.
I'll go get a plate to go, but I'm not going inside of her house.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so they're really like nobody can be over nobody's house.
I'm taking this really serious because it's like, it's getting to the point that I'm getting frustrated because nobody's listening. And it's like, nobody's listening and nobody's doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm just like, I can't wait until the vaccine comes. Now, healthcare workers are probably one of the first people that have to take the vaccine. And I was talking about that the other day on Facebook. And somebody had left a comment on Facebook saying that, she's going to take the vaccine. I was saying I've always taken the flu shot and ever since a kid. Right. And being as though I work in a hospital, it's mandatory where I work that you have to take it. So I'm not afraid to take the vaccine. I'm more so I need to make sure that,
right.
I'm not one of the first people that take it.
Yeah, and I understand why, black people are afraid.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, I understand it too.
Get vaccines because we were always like guinea pigs and stuff like that. But if all the doctors are saying that it's safe to take, I will definitely take it, and it may even boost my immune system even more because I've had COVID related symptoms, but I was never diagnosed, even though I know I had it. And they were saying that it's good if you did have it. It may help you even more. Because you still have some of the antibodies, but they really don't know how long it lasts. But it's rare that you hear about people being reinfected. I know that it's happened, but it's rare that you're hearing about reinfection. And with all of these cases, you're talking about close to 200,000 a day. You're still not hearing people say, "Oh my God, I had it twice." But I do know that it's possible, and I do, oh my God.
Why the ringer coming over there?
Oh, because I had my phone and stuff connected to my computer.
Oh, okay.
What I was saying is that, I carry my mask with me everywhere I go. because it's the right thing to do. Like, wear a mask. It's rare to see people out in, like, especially around here where I moved to. It's rare to see people without mask, or if they're sitting on their porch, but walking around, everybody has a mask on.
Because you did have a party.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, you trying it? Windows.
You were sick at one.
Windows were open.
You were sick at one.
I didn't just. Don't try me.
I'm just saying. I haven't gotten sick all year. I'm just saying.
Okay, so it might not be ventilated, but it's definitely been wiped down and cleaned. You see this table? It got streaks on it, right?
I don't know where.
Oh my God!
I don't know. I don't know.
Excuse me. No, then I had a friend who was saying, like,
Did you hear that cough?
oh my God, he talking about, no, I'm not getting the vaccine. No, he said that once he gets the vaccine, he's not wearing a mask. And I'm just like, you're being like the rest of the Karens out there. Like, just because you got the vaccine don't mean nothing. And some are saying they 90, 95, 75%. That's good, Not 75. Who was it? Somebody did say they were 75 or 70%.
Percent what?
Effective.
Oh.
But it's still, and you got to remember, we still in the, like, they just started this. The vaccine normally take years to do. Mm-hmm. And, they're all trying to rush to get the first vaccine, because COVID is here to stay. Because people, just imagine if we had a president that enforced masks for everyone to wear masks when you go out in public. If we had to have a lockdown for a while, have a lockdown, just imagine if it wasn't politicized. Mm-hmm. Like, this is serious. Like, the COVID, like, and I was telling my friends, like, we was talking outside, and I was just saying, like, we talk about, did you get tested, like it's HIV. And that's one thing nobody wanted. Now, that wasn't something that was politicized. People did not want HIV. They were afraid of it. Mm-hmm. And then now you do got some people who just don't care no more. They just bust it wide open, put it on Twitter. No condom, no nothing. But everybody claiming to be, I'm on that prep. Don't trust people that just say they on prep. Like, look at the fucking medicine cabinet or something. See if they really have it. Don't just be busting it open willy-nilly with no condoms and stuff. Like, you can still get HIV. Yes, you can still survive with it, but come on. We gotta be serious out here and stop playing around.
I think the only ones who really politicized it was
the president Trump and the Republicans.
And his Republicans. They're the ones who politicized it because they, for the longest time, called it a hoax.
Right, and then they started dying on their deathbeds.
Yes.
Then one of the nurses was saying that people on their deathbed was still saying that this was a hoax.
Yep.
I've never heard anything like that before. Like, bitch, it's serious. And I'm always going to be here telling y'all mask. Because I lost my mom, an important part of my family. So put your damn mask on.
That's right.
Put your mask on. I don't want you got, they're not elderly, but they close.
I have a lot of people that I'm around, and it's like
his aunts.
It's like, I don't want to. That's why I was talking about this. It's so funny that we said this. That I said that to you today because I was talking about this last night at work, and I said all year because I house hop all year since COVID has started. I've only, besides your house when you were before you moved, I had only been to my aunt's house, and my pastor's house, but I only went to my pastor's house one time this year for Labor Day after I left Crystal's house, and I went there. But other than that, I haven't been anywhere. Right. Like, it's just been work, home, and church. Work, home, and church. And it's like, and this week, when I tell you, I was loving the fact that I wasn't coming over here because I was just sleeping.
I know, because that's a drive. I say, oh my God, he ain't coming over here. No
sleeping. Okay? Every day. But it's like you can't do anything because you're not going nowhere.
Right. Let me tell you though, it feels weird. Oh, it's packed? Oh, nothing in there?
Disgusting. No, the stuff in there packed. I don't understand how we're supposed to be shut down, but everything is open. Because after church, Kevin, I called myself going to the market. I went to that parking lot. It was so packed, I said, I won't be going to fucking there. And then even today, when I walked to the market, I got up and walked today. It was still packed in there.
Right.
And I know
I don't have a turkey.
but
I have to
like,
spend
wow.
Thanksgiving. This will be my first Thanksgiving by myself, which is, I'm not saying it's okay. First of all, it's weird. Like I had 3 days off, and it's weird being home.
Mm-hmm.
Like why the fuck am I here? I need somewhere to go. That's how I feel.
Well, your sister lives right up the street. You can go to Sarah house.
I felt like I needed somewhere to go. Like go back to work. You know, that's what I felt like. You know, so I can't wait to go back to work in the morning.
Well, you can go to her house.
Wait.
She lives right. I think maybe she's doing something for Thanksgiving.
I don't know. Maybe if she do something for Thanksgiving, I might go. But
I think she may be, because why does she keep calling the fuck out of me?
I don't know. Because she probably needs somebody to talk to.
Hello. She got about 5 kids she can go and talk to.
Listen.
A brother and a sister. And another brother.
I am at a point where I'm just trying to do me. Like, I haven't had a chance to do that in a long time. And I'm loving it for these past 3 weeks. Like,
every time I turn around, it's Nina calling. What do you want?
Tell her, stop.
Because
she know. You know what I do? I don't pick up.
Well, today I didn't because I was asleep.
I don't pick up when she called me. Because she's not talking about
I'm going to tell you calling me more than my sister called me. What did
she called me on my birthday, wishing me happy birthday, but that was late. You know, but I still, you know, and she's still like, well, you know, you're not too far.
Oh, she told you?
I'm like, how you know where I live? Because I didn't tell her where I live.
I told her where you live.
Oh, God.
That's how she knows it's your close. That's why she keeps calling, because she's figuring, I guess when I leave here, I can come
here.
Go
there. Maybe we could go over there for breakfast or something. Like,
go over where?
Her house. I mean,
that's what she
it's
said.
A nice gesture. Yeah, but you know what? You know, I talked about this yesterday, which was weird. Mm-hmm. But I said the first time I moved out, my mom cried and cried and cried and cried. Mm-hmm. This time when I moved out, all I got was arguments and yelled at and used this and used that. I just like, I don't want to be a part of that. Like, I don't need to be around that. I don't need nobody like saying anything negative to me, because I did the fuck I had to do, and it was just time. So, you know, it's just I don't want that. And her children, reminds me of all of that I dealt with when I just left. So I don't want to deal with all of that. I like my peace. I like my sanity. I love it. And I love who I'm becoming. And like I told y'all months ago, I see where the pieces are falling in my life, and I'm just putting this shit together.
Don't do this too close to me.
I'm sorry.
Don't.
You already in here.
The only person I talk to like that from the house is, surprisingly, Timmy.
Oh, God.
Me and Timmy talk once every day, and that's because we follow each other on Instagram now. I said, look at me following her after all these fucking years.
Yeah. No, I just want my peace. That's all I want. I don't want nothing
else. You actually the other day, you said you going down down North Philly. Why?
Oh, because I had this green screen I wanted you to pick it up. Because I knew you was coming to church, but I was like, but if you like down there, can you pick that up and down?
Buddy there for me to go see.
Right. It's only
and they now lock the door.
Right.
So I can't just walk in.
Right. But Sam is, you know.
So no, I will not be going there knocking.
Right. And when I went in there, I just like, oh my God, like it's literally like an echo in there.
Of course, there's like, nobody in there.
Like, bitch, ain't no TV on. Like
nobody's downstairs.
The Barbie dolls are gone.
The dogs are gone.
Right. It's
a shell.
Right. But we're gonna fix it up though. It's gonna be alright. But I just need my little sanity. But you guys, we've been away for a while. Like, I can't go over all the stuff that we missed. It's okay. I hope you go watch the other YouTubers and stuff like that. Especially my girl Rock. Especially my girl Ashley Miller. James. Colwell. Everybody. Even the ones I don't like. I hope you go watch them too. Like, because, you know, we're going to get back into the swing of things like something. That's what I meant to tell y'all. I'm going to do things on Friday nights where I'm going to be the bartender, and I'm going to be making different drinks. We're going to do Friday night lives, especially in December. So if you have like a favorite drink recipe, let me know. Submit them. If you are someone who makes music, submit it to me. Like if you think it would be good to go in my background with me being live and me just making drinks and us talking, please submit them to me because I want to get paid for the videos, but I don't want to be dinged every time I play a copyrighted song.
Mm-hmm.
So even like, you know, submit them to me. If I like them, I will approve them and I'll play them. Because I mean, I could play Duran because Duran's music is not copyright. It's not. He not sending out YouTube cease and desist basically. So like that's why I was using his music for a while. But I do want to, you know, help other people with their music, having in the background, and just something like every Friday we do our little live, and you know, just to do something because I want to branch out more and start making more videos like I used to, because there's always something to talk about. Always something to talk about. So that's what I forgot. It slipped my mind. And but something I watched Luenell on Iyanla Fix My Life. But before I talk about that, I'm going to talk about the interview, because Iyanla did an interview on the Wendy Williams show, like leading up to the episode. So I don't think Iyanla did any interviews about her and Shay, but definitely with Luenell. And it was like Wendy Williams was shaking her the whole time, like, girl, this is the last season of Fix My Life. Did you get fired? All this and that. And Iyanla was just like trying to have a regular conversation. And Wendy like, yeah, because I know Luenell did your show. And it was kind of like she was like, you know, like Luenell had a bad experience. But when you watch the show, Luenell was one of the best fucking guests on the show.
Do you think Luenell may have said something to Wendy?
No, because Luenell, first of all, Luenell was drunk and she went on her YouTube. And Luenell was talking about her experience. She said, of course, they didn't show everything. But she said that when they asked her, a 10 out of 10, what was your experience? She said it was a 10.
On Fix My Life.
Yes, she said it was a 10. Not only that, she was like, yeah, this show is... it's not going to be fixed overnight.
No.
But it gives you the tools. That have we used the tools? Fuck no. Like she said, she was honest, like they haven't started to use the tools yet. But she never knew how her daughter really looked at her if it wasn't for being on the show. And she was saying that her daughter is a very private person. And she was like, so her daughter was like being honest. Like when her daughter, she says her daughter's a dancer. Like at first I was like, damn, was she dancing? And Luenell okay with this? But she's a dancer. Like
choreographer.
Like Luenell, Lizzo, and all the people. Like BET Hip Hop Awards. Like that's what she's used to. And I just felt like Wendy, for someone who knows what it's like to be in a broken relationship, for you to be on TV crying about your children, Iyanla is a great person to talk to that can help you. And one of the things that I remember when we met Iyanla and we interviewed her, and I was like, how do you come up with your suggestions? Because they be on point with how to help people. And she said, God sent her those messages. And if you watch episodes of Fix My Life, like if you were a person that never watched it, you can apply the tools to your own life when it comes to certain situations. That's why, you know, I was like, well, what celebrity you want to fix? And she said, it's not about the celebrity. It's about the story. And it really is. Like, you don't have to have a celebrity who's going through
I never looked at her as wanting to have celebrities on her show. Like, I just always looked at her. I know for a fact I always wanted your family to go on that show.
Yeah. I mean, it's never too late. We could do the YouTube edition, but my family, they would really have to want to do the work. Nina's definitely not one that want to do the work, and I'm seeing right now somebody else, one of Nina's children, who's not ready to do the work. Now, I'll do the work. They could call me with any kind of name they want. But when it comes to doing the work, we could do the work. Because our family right now is broken. And COVID is making it worse because you can't really be around them. But then again, I don't really want to be around them. I don't. So, but it's tough to put those pieces together now that you lost your matriarch and all the things you really wanted to say. You couldn't really really say how you felt because my mom's mind wasn't there anymore. So you can't really get what she was really thinking or what she was really hiding, you know. But a lot of stuff went on that yes, my mom knew about, and it's just like, why the fuck you like? Why you want to hide that stuff or act like it didn't happen? I don't know. But now it's something that went with her to her grave. But I do know is that she even talked about her experiences with her mother and her mother's mother.
And they weren't good experiences.
Right. And it's generational. This mother, like my mom never said her and her mom had a bad relationship. She loved her relationship with her mom. But she wasn't allowed to really love her mother the way she wanted to because of her grandmother. That's fucked up. You know, and then like, you know, Nina and my mom, they had their thing. And then you can see Amber, her mom, they have their thing. And it's eventually going to be Tibby and her mom. They're going to have their thing. Yeah. Like, it's generational. And when you look at Iyanla, those things are generational. And you got to break the curse. Somebody got to step up and break it. But you got to be willing to look at the shit that you did and not point the finger. You got to be able to say, yes, I did that. Man and woman up and say, you know what? I was wrong. And Wendy always say, please forgive me. Listen to what they have to say to people. But Wendy, to disrespect her like that, I just thought that was wrong. That was just so wrong because Iyanla already told you, I'm not afraid to be Rhonda. You know, like I'm from New York. I couldn't do this. I just thought she was so rude to her. And like, how can you try to be like that, even virtually? You're still broken.
Who, Wendy? Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Made me so mad.
Wendy has not even dealt with the issue of her husband cheating on her and having another baby.
Right.
So she doesn't even talk about it. She just throws shade.
And Iyanla can help her. Like, how do you feel that you couldn't give your husband another son? What if she would have went back and said that? How would you feel about that? You know, like, yeah. But anyway, fuck Wendy. Like, I don't even watch her show no more. Like, I don't. And I'm sorry to say I don't.
Never did.
I know you. You was one of the people. And, you know, people always say you look like that guy in the Wendy audience. Yeah, you know, we favor. But,
I was one of the people what?
That said you didn't like the show, you didn't watch the show.
Never watched
like,
it.
Wendy used to be a part of my 10 a.m. staple. Like, I don't even DVR 10 a.m. Like, fuck it. I don't even care.
I know for a fact I've never watched a whole Wendy episode. I know that. Now, I may have watched an interview, but I've never watched the whole Wendy interview. I mean, whole Wendy episode. I've never watched the whole Wendy. And I just never thought, I never understood why, you know, people like you like it.
Yeah, I liked it because
a lot of people like it, and then I see people when she does certain things, they then complain about her. Right. And I say to myself, it's about being honest, and it's just like, why would you? Iyanla's not her elder. Iyanla's probably like 12, a couple years older than her. But why would you? Wendy is so fickle, Kevin, to me that I just like. I never was able to get into her because it's like one episode she may say something that you agree with, and then 2 episodes later, you'd be like, wait a minute, what? You didn't...
Because Wendy got one of her guests together. She was like, well, how old are you? It's like, you old enough to know he is not into you. He is not sexually attracted to you. She's like, no, Wendy, but he told me he was. But you've been messing around with him for, you know him for 6 months, and y'all ain't get it in yet? Like, come on. He's not into you. And you ain't been to his spot. He ain't been to your spot. You talking about because you're 2 children. Come on now. You know... Let me tell you about this 36-year-old self. Like, we keep telling y'all, you gotta know what's going on. Are you getting to know each other, or are we just want to meet to have cut up? You know, I'm fine either way, but just let me know from the door, and I'll let you know what I want to do, and just keep it moving. Sometimes you can mess around with somebody you thought it was just gonna be a one-time session, and then it's something that happens on the regular. You know, or you can really get to know this person. But I think. If I'm going to be honest, I think people should try to become friends before they jump into bed with somebody. Get to know them. But if you really, really want that desire to just cut up, then and it's mutual, then go ahead and do it. But anyway, so back to this Iyanla thing. Iyanla, she basically started out, and Luenell was like, yeah, she really did start out put me on that stage. And she's like, I wasn't even ready. She's like, I thought we was going to sit down and talk and get to know each other. Iyanla pushed her ass right on the stage and said, now go, tell your story.
She wasn't ready for that.
No, Luenell wasn't.
But see, that was the whole, because first of all, that's not Iyanla. Luenell is known for the stage. And telling somewhat of a story while you're on there. So instead of you telling a comedic story, tell your story. And we're gonna go from there.
Yep.
Because this is how you make your bread and butter anyway.
And Iyanla had the different mask, and every time I kept seeing the mask, I was like, well, bitch, I applied them to my life because we all wear different masks. And they're like, well, who are you today? But do you really know who you are? Like, if somebody was to really, like, sit down, it could probably be a family member and say, he's this and he's that. Like, yeah. Especially say, oh, when he just start drinking, oh, my God. Can you, like, this is me being really honest. Like, if they could pull out the mask, it would be different labels under which type of anger that came out and why. And then Iyanla, well, why? What makes you this and what makes you that? And when she was doing that to Luenell, I was applying it to my life, and it was making me want to cry because I'm just like, oh my God, like this story is not even about me, but you know, I feel like that shit was about me. And I will tell you this: when you're by yourself. And you got to sit there by yourself. You start thinking about stuff, and it's just like that shit. Like, it come at you like everything, every thought, everything, and it was just really good. So Iyanla told her daughter, you know, you need to be a grown ass woman about shit. Luenell, you got a lot of shit going on with you.
How many kids does she have?
Just one daughter. She paid her daughter's tuition. Everything is paid off. Luenell paid for everything, but their relationship is just, you know, they got their issues. Like Luenell was always on the road. Like Luenell was really trying to become a star, but Luenell said on the YouTube that what wasn't revealed is that the daughter was with her father, but her daughter was like, I hated helping you pack because you was leaving. I was helping you to leave. And so she's like, that's why she get flashbacks even today. Or stuff like that. And
so the daughter has a better relationship with the father?
She didn't say it, but probably so. Probably so. Because she was like, do you know your mother? She said, no, I don't know who she is. Like, it was real, and they were raw. Like, they were able to talk it out. You know, they was able to do their issue together, and then... you know, it was the end of the episode, and they say, of course, it's like, you know, they're doing well, but of course, you know, they have their times when stuff's not right. And, you know, I just felt it was a great episode. So, mothers and daughters, like, you get the mothers and daughters, but not all the time. So, it was just good to see, especially from a celebrity point of view. Because the last one was, like, Monifa and her daughter. But this one was, like, different. Because this time you got somebody dealing with abandonment. I ain't like Iyanla. I keep saying Iyanla. Luenell's father was murdered by her mother's brother or something like that. That's some fucked up shit. Like, and this was when Luenell was in her mother's belly when this happened. So she never even met her father. But Luenell was saying that she grew up with a family member in California. And her brothers and them, you know, they all down south. So they look at her like, oh, you this uppity bitch, oh, because you in California. But she was like, the whole time I really wanted to be with them. You know, like she was happy being with the, like, you know, in the summer times and stuff like that. It was a really good episode. So if you get a chance, watch Luenell. Like, don't listen to Wendy Williams. Watch the Luenell episode. And then go to Luenell's YouTube. It's called Hey Luenell. Go to her YouTube channel and then watch her talk about her experience of being on the show. Like, the way I watched it, it was like, oh, she about to go in on Iyanla, and I got to see what happened. And she's like, bitch, it was a 10 out of 10. And then she's like, people was writing her, like all the different messages she received from mothers and daughters. Like, fuck Wendy Williams. So let's get to the reason why y'all all really here. Will Smith. So the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, this is their 30-year reunion. It didn't air on Peacock. It aired on HBOMax. So if you don't have HBOMax, just ask someone for their subscription code and watch it. It was good. I enjoyed it for the whole hour and 15. That whole hour and 15 minutes. Oh, you watched it?
No, I didn't, because I didn't get a chance. I'm gonna actually watch it tonight. But nobody who said they watched it said anything bad.
Yeah.
Last night we were actually talking about because my coworker, she watched it, and we started talking, and so we started talking about the rift between Will and Janet Hubert, and I was explaining to them. I said, because this one particular coworker, she's just a little bit younger than me, but I was telling her, I said, a lot of us who are old enough to remember, we may not remember exactly what happened, but we remember exactly.
We knew we got a new Advent.
Yes, and knew that once that new Advent came, all of a sudden, a few years later, the old Advent started running her mouth.
Right, because she was pregnant, and all of a sudden, and I used to wonder how she light skinned with this dark skinned Nikki. Like, I just never, it blew my mind. I was young.
Well, that does happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because it's in your roots, and I had to grow and learn stuff like that. Because, my mom's dark skinned and Nina's light skinned.
Well, not just Nina, Sam.
Sam too. Yeah. Yep. And then the dad, he was a mixed man, but Gigi is dark as me, and that's her father. Yeah.
So it happens.
Yeah,
it happens. My great grandmother, my grandmother's mother, is about as light as that toilet paper. But my grandmother and all three of her sisters are all dark skinned like their father. But you see, when you look at my great grandmother, you see my grandmother's face. You see in her three sisters' face, all in my great grandmother's face. But yeah, and my aunt that I'm always talking to, she said that when they were little girls, because they called my great-grandmother, they called her Mom. She said Mom never talked about her father. Now, I knew about Mom's mother because my grandmother's sister, who passed away a few years ago, told me that their grandmother, she knew their grandmother, whatever the case may be. But my aunt said that they never knew Mom's father, and she said Mom never talked about her father. She said they think that Mom's father may have been white. Right. And it was just something that they never talked about, because she said that when they were younger, and they would go over my great-grandmother's house, she said, she would let us play in her hair, whatever the case may be. And she said it was just something about Mom that we knew was different, but it was just unspoken. Right. But, yeah, she said because when we were younger, Mom was really light. And a lot of color photos of my great-grandmother, like, yeah. You like, yeah. It's a little light.
So I watched it yesterday morning, and I enjoyed it. It was really good to hear all the different stories of them being on the set. How it was really like fun. It was really fun being on that show. How the show came about. Will Smith told the story about him and Quincy Jones and the executives and all that was at the house. Like, I don't want to spoil it for you, but when you watch it, like, you'll learn how the show came about. And how Will really wasn't an actor. No. And you got James Avery, who's a serious actor, and Janet Hubert, who left Broadway to come do this show. It was really good. And, it's still kind of like unspoken, but I think that for Janet Hubert, I think she probably felt more like Esther Rolle. I want this show to be more serious.
Bitch, you are in my mind, because that's what I was explaining to my coworker last night. I said, the there was a similar thing that happened with Good Times, like first, and I broke it down for them, my coworkers last night, and they had no idea that the situation on Good Times either.
That's why James was killed off.
Right. I said, bitch, you know what? I didn't even have to watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I was breaking it down to them. I said, and I brought up the Good Times thing. I said, James Avery and Esther Rose did not like the JJ character. At some point, they were just
You mean James?
I'm not James Avery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I forgot his name. James Amos. His name is Amos.
John Amos.
John Amos. Yeah.
Him. They didn't like the JJ character, and they, like you said, they wanted the show to be a little bit more serious and not coonerish.
Right. Coonery and buffoonery.
But yeah, that was a big reason why John Amos left Good Times, and his character was killed off because he wasn't here for it. Mm-hmm. He just wasn't.
Because I know a lot of people like JJ, but bitch, we live in the projects, we got hard times, and
we ain't nobody talking about Dynamite all damn day.
Right.
Okay? Because there's nothing Dynamite about what the situation we
did. Right, period.
And then Esther Rose decided, because remember, she left at one point too.
Yeah, she left for a while and then she came back. Yeah. It was just like, I think that's what went on. But they were saying like they did, like the way when they sat down and they talked, it was good, right? But then I was like, no, bitch, it's not over just like that. Like, this is deeper than what it is that they're showing us. Because let's say like we did this show, right? And I didn't talk to you for 30 years. It's deeper than whatever we say on camera. Like, it's deeper. Like, Will Smith, he said what he said, but it took Janet Hubert years to even come out and say anything about him. It was damn near like 20 years because we started talking about her in like 2013. We wasn't even talking about her all those years until she went on like one of them TV One episodes and she told her story. And, after watching this, I feel bad, so I'm going to apologize for all the things that I said that was negative about her. Because she didn't do nothing. She didn't do nothing wrong. The contract that they offered her, she said she was only to work for 10 weeks. They didn't offer her more money. And we're talking about a show that was successful in the 90s on a Monday fucking night. Okay? On NBC. So a lot of people were watching it. Millions, like probably 10 million people were watching this show. Because we were watching it. I know my house, bitch, Will Smith, we watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We watching it. And she wasn't really offering no new money. She's pregnant. She got a new house. She got to pay mortgage. The husband's not working. She's basically the breadwinner. And then you offer her this. So she said, I can't take it. And I said, oh, you want to take it then? Okay. And then they didn't even want her to work nowhere else. Like, you know how sometimes you do guest appearances or do movies? Oh, now I can't work nowhere? Like this, I'm supposed to work for 10
That's
weeks?
a part of the deeper part of it. When you say there's more to it, because she was literally blackballed.
Yeah, and for him not to know, that's bullshit.
Yeah, she was blackballed, and it was like, because once she left Fresh Prince in the 90s...
She was lowballed, and then she was blackballed.
Yeah. Once she left Fresh Prince in the 90s, it's like you didn't see her nowhere else.
No.
You didn't see her nowhere else.
She might have did TV shows, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
They're not memory.
You know her for Aunt Viv.
Right.
And I went to go look her up on her Wikipedia, and apparently she's been doing some TV shows as of recently.
Yeah, like...
However...
Damn shows I watch.
Yeah, the damn shows I watch.
But it's a shame.
Yeah.
So, and then she had a newborn baby. So she literally was really pregnant. You know, sometimes they bring a character on, they make the character pregnant. But no, she was literally pregnant. And she couldn't do nothing. That's horrible. Yes, I would hate you for a long ass time for something like that. Yes, I will be bitter. Yes, she was entitled to all the feelings that she had. Like, when you think about it. And then, it's like I watched the Red Table Talk. And it was more deeper because she said more stuff to him. She's like, I will always be the angry black bitch. Or I will always be the bitch. Like, it was just like, wow. Like, I'm feeling what she's saying. And like he called her, she wanted to be the Aunt Viv of Bel-Air. But she said, I never said I was fired. Nobody ever said I was fired except for you. I never said I was, she said, I never said I was fired. You did. Remember the video? Oh my God. She would always come up with the videos. And I'd be like, oh, Aunt Viv, you got to let this go.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
From her house and stuff, right?
Yeah. Some of the videos, and then they were uncalled for. And then, yes. But, bitch, just think of all the things she went through. And she was in an abusive relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, Will Smith, I really feel like you owe her some reparations. And then when she talked about how he was saying when you call a black woman difficult, it's a kiss of death. Her being a dark-skinned woman in the industry. And I just was like, yes, because I remember how many years I talked on YouTube about how it's hard for singers in this industry, like Kelly Rowland, like 7th Streeter. It's hard for a dark-skinned woman to get in. Look at Normani. That bitch got talent. Look at that other bitch that was in the group. She come out there and do a few Latin songs and she just blow up. Her voice is fucking average. What's so special about her that Normani don't have?
Who's her?
I can't even remember her name. But she's the fake ass little Paula Abdul. What's that girl name? She sing that song. I'm going to Havana, na na na, something like that. What's her for? I'm gonna Google her bitch. You know they do that when you're lighter skinned. Let me see who sang Havana. I can't even remember. I know you heard the song. Camila Cabello. The fuck out of here. Like they do that to the dark skinned girls in this industry. It's tough when you don't have that light skin. And then you got the movies or the TV shows like Child.
Yeah.
So it's tough. So that's why I was like, yeah, he owe her something. Like 27 years. I think this was more about Will Smith than Janet Hubert. He's talking about, yeah, I couldn't do this without you. You know, I had to have you here. Something about his ego that needed to be fed, if you ask me. Like, with my spirit and watching this and watching that Red Table Talk, if you really wanted to do the Red Table, Jada should have been there, you should have been there, the counselor should have been there, and Janet Hubert should have been there. Then you could really talk about the real shit. But Will Smith to blame his father and his childhood and all those things. Yes, I know this happened when he was 21. But it's deeper because you haven't talked to this woman in 27 years.
But see, I think a lot of people got to remember too, Will Smith was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was a kid when it all happened. He wasn't even 30 when the show ended. Fuck when it started. He wasn't even 30 when it ended because he was like 20, 21 when it started.
But
so I don't really expect him to have had that type of maturity that he would have today, a man that's close to 50.
But for him to sit there and talk about how, oh, she didn't give me the approval I wanted. It's basically how the girls do, oh, you're not kissing my ring. Well, fuck you, bitch.
But again, we're talking about somebody that's fresh out of Philly. He's not an actor, like you said. He's in his early 20s. He's gotten this TV show with this legendary music producer. You think he's not going to have his head up in the clouds and think that
but I still feel like
that he don't think that motherfucker should kiss his ring?
But wait till you watch the Red Table.
No, I agree with you, but I think that I just look at it as the way we look at Will Smith today is not the Will Smith from 30 years ago.
Definitely not. Nobody said.
Yeah, he was a kid.
Because if y'all pull up old videos of the shit I used to say, I'd be like, I don't even agree with that.
He was a kid, and it's like I said, even in 1996 when the show ended, he wasn't even 30 yet. So it's like he still was a kid, and if you said to me that, like you said just now, that Will Smith, you feel like it was an ego thing, I actually believe you, because it's like, what guy that age gets all of this fame and money and it's not going to be an ego thing? Mm-hmm. Of course. And I don't think Janet, and to be honest with you too, when you look at these old episodes of what's her name, I thought Janet Hubert was much older than what
Yeah,
she was.
34.
She was only in her 30s.
But she looks damn good.
Yeah,
to be in her
she
60s.
does. But I'm saying at the time, I thought Aunt Viv was like in her 40s.
Yeah. Well,
but she's only my age when she was on that show.
Yeah. 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 But listen.
Yeah.
Even though she looked old, she has aged gracefully.
Yes, she has.
Because she could still be out there
yes, she can.
at 64.
Yes, she
or
can.
whatever she age she is.
Yeah.
She says she's only 12 years older than Will Smith. 13, something like that.
Yeah, she's like 64.
Yeah.
64,
Whatever
64.
she is, she's taking care of herself.
It would have been nice for them to do like a nice little reunion thing. But
right. Yeah, and I loved when the Aunt Viv, the original Aunt Viv, and the new one
came. Yeah, that was nice too, because I saw a clip of that too, and it was like, you know, the fact that they had never met, and I was telling my coworker, I said, well, why the hell would they have met? The old one was fired by it.
Right.
Would they have met?
And then little Nicky came at the end, because I was like, how dare they not have little Nicky there? You know, but he was there. But then, you know, people were saying like, oh, it was shade because when Janet came, Alfonso Ribeiro was in the room, but she was like, no, what we won't do that. He had to do a job, and so he couldn't be there. But we have buried this stuff. So maybe they talk at another time, and we just don't know about it. But Janet Hubert was like, bitch, I'm just tired of being, like, I'm tired of just holding on to this. I'm tired of hating this. But what I'm mad about is when she said that her family told her that she destroyed their name.
Her family told them that she destroyed their name?
Yes.
Wow.
And that, I'm like, wait a minute. Right. Because I think what really happened is the money dried up, so fuck you, bitch. Everybody else done called you a bitch. That's what happened when that money dried up.
Yep, I believe so too, Kevin.
Like, yeah. But I just...
The money train.
Yeah. Yeah. But what can you do for me today? Oh, nothing. Well, fuck you. You ain't shit. How you get fired from a show? It's just sad. Like, yes, she wanted some professionalism. It's not hard to ask for a little bit of professionalism, but, you know, then they talked about the parties Will Smith had on Friday nights. Like, it was a legendary party in his room.
In his room?
In his room. In his dressing room.
Oh, dressing room.
Yeah.
I need somebody's room.
Yeah, like, I don't, listen, y'all, I don't hate Will Smith. Y'all know I don't have no reason to hate him. I just feel like this just fed his ego. Like, watching the counselor talk to him, like, yeah, you feel bad about his father beating up on his mother, but look how you treated another woman on the show. Like, and I get tired of people saying, oh, well, I didn't have a father. I didn't have a father neither, but I know how to treat people. You can't use that as an excuse. You gotta know how to treat people. Like, if we're being honest, men, if a man court you, he should treat you the way he treat his mother. But if he treat his mother like shit, and you watch him talk to her like that, don't marry him. Because you're next. You're next. You really gotta think about that type of stuff. So for Will Smith to say, oh, but I ain't like how my dad treated my mom, that's a man treating a woman differently. And look how you treated this woman because she didn't laugh at your jokes or think you were funny. She was just there to do her motherfucking job. Then she was told, oh, don't even come out your set until it's time for you to come on. Like, come on. Look at all that she dealt with that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I got to spill my guts. Like, this is just wrong to me. There's no way I can side with Will Smith. Then you went there, I got to take myself to the red table. No, bitch. You took yourself to the red table to make yourself feel better. For somebody to say, oh, well, this is why I did. This is why I did the way I did. This is why I did the things I did. Don't justify it. Just be a man about it. Just say I was a spoiled brat. I had Quincy Jones in my back pocket. I could do whatever I want. I had the show. This show came to me in one fucking night.
And it was a success.
Yes, it was.
How many seasons was 6 seasons?
6 seasons. And the Jeffersons bought his house. Remember, I remember that episode.
They sure did.
And Gary Coleman was on that episode. Like
Donald
it was
Trump
John,
was on
everybody trying to get their house. Let me tell y'all, black sitcoms from the 90s are all legendary.
They all had their behind the scenes mess too, because Martin had it too.
Yeah.
Living Single, because they kept saying that Queen Latifah. No.
You know what? We're not gonna do Queen Latifah like that. Let me tell you. I'm still looking for those. Like UPN kept it together with the black shows, but where are they? In 2020, where are black sitcoms?
On Netflix.
If they last longer than one season. Because they got rid of the Get Down. That was my show. How do you get rid of the Get Down? To my old cost too much. So what? You Netflix. And come on.
And they're taking my thing up $1 too.
Yeah, wait a minute. I've already paid $13.
Yeah, they tell me mine is going up to $13.99.
Yeah, I pay a cute coin for Netflix, Hulu, because I pay not to watch commercials when I watch Hulu. And you benefit from that
Yes,
too.
I
Change my password. McKellar watching my Hulu lights.
every day I'm watching The View, and I love that there's no commercial. Bitch, when Whoopi say we'll be right back, she means right back. No commercial. Love it. I love it.
He benefit from my goddamn Hulu.
Well,
It's alright. Because don't nobody, I would rather you.
that's the only thing I watch on there.
Yeah, it's The View. He don't watch nothing else. It was like one of them little crime shows. I think you.
I was watching, but then I got tired of that.
Right. Yeah, I stopped watching that too. I forgot all about it.
I got tired of that. But The View, when I tell y'all The View is my show, to the point that I actually went to The View. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go again when they open that up.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, we probably gonna open up to 2022 when we get the vaccine.
I was loving The View. Oh, I went to The View, and I hated when Joy left. The panel with Paula and Raven and all that was a horrible panel.
Yeah, and Nicole Wilder, she was like, bitch, I don't know who y'all talking about.
And two of the hosts I predicted would be on that show, and I wrote both of them on Twitter years ago and told them they would be on there. Sonny and Megan. And they both responded back to me too. Megan had started following me after I told her on Twitter, and she don't follow me. But Sonny and them both responded. Sonny and her responded back, and I remember Sonny saying she would love that to be on that show. But they both responded back to me, and I said I thought they would be so dope to be on The View.
Now, has Megan been back since she had the baby? Like, even like to say, hey.
No, but her mom has been on.
Yeah,
they've had her mom co-hosted.
Like 2 times.
Yeah, like 2 times her mom co-hosted, and her mom was talking about the baby. Her mom was talking about how, I think the last time she was on, the mom was just talking about how she's on Joe Biden's transition team.
Who, the mom?
Yeah, the mom. Because I guess the transition, however the transition team is.
Yeah, I know he's going to have some Republicans.
Yeah, they have different, and the mom, her mom is actually working on his transition
team. Can you imagine if Cindy get a position? I would love that. Like, I would love it.
she, I think they asked her too, and she said she was just, I don't think she said no, she wouldn't want to, but I think she's a politician's wife, so she was able to answer the question without answering it. But yeah, but she was saying how she can't wait to meet the granddaughter because she said she hasn't met her grandbaby yet because of COVID. And they talked about John McCain's mom dying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what kind of funeral did they have for her?
I don't think Cindy went, but I think they had it. And I think she was buried in Arlington National Cemetery with John McCain's father, because his father used to be in the Navy.
I never knew.
Yeah, his father was his father was a big guy in the military, and yeah. So I think Cindy was saying that she had just been buried, but I don't think Cindy went. I think
they'll probably have a private little thing for her.
But John McCain has siblings still living. I think he has like a sister and a brother still living. So. Yeah, so...
Yeah, John McCain was up on my radar or like that, except when he was running for president.
Yeah.
So wait, let me ask you a question. So how was this Verzuz? Because I didn't watch.
Oh my God.
But all I saw were you posting and posting.
Let me tell you something. I got so scared watching that, I said, let me get off here before I watch somebody get killed, and I don't want to be a witness to that. First of all, it was 1.7 million people on there. Okay? And I was one of them. Being newsy.
Or messy.
Being newsy. Okay? Waiting for something to happen. Let me tell you something. Gucci has a lot to get off his chest. Okay?
Like, what happened between them?
Well, they have a thing where... So I wanted to make sure I got the story right. If I'm not mistaken, and if I'm wrong, forgive me and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I know for a fact Jeezy had a $10,000 bounty on Gucci's head. And that's why Gucci made the comment of, I'm wearing $10,000 tonight. To let him know I'm wearing what you had on my head.
Wait. Gucci said I'm wearing $10,000.
Saying that everything he had on was $10,000. He had $10,000 worth of clothes on. But that was really a reference to that bounty the hit that you had on me.
Bitch.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think Gucci had Jeezy's friend killed. And that's why, because it had definitely something to do with murder. Because one of their friends was killed, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Jeezy's friend that was killed.
This is too much for my blood already.
That's why they didn't like it. And a lot of people thought that they shouldn't have been doing it because people were like, how are you going to do a versus with somebody who had your friend killed or whatever the case may be. Like, you know, because people was making memes like, oh, Jeezy's friend is up in heaven looking like, what the fuck is going on?
Because you just made the goosebumps.
Oh, yeah, it was a real life beef with them.
Sad.
Yeah, real life beef with them.
Oh, that just made my,
If you notice too, did you watch it?
That's so sad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They weren't even on the same stage. They was at a strip club and they had
I seen parts of it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't know them songs, Mikhail.
Yeah, they kept them apart. You know me, I got a little ratchet side to me too, so I was here for it. But Gucci told Jeezy after he told Jeezy, yeah, because you keep playing all these old songs, play something new. And Jeezy said they were going back and forth. And then at one point, Jeezy had to tell him, listen, I invited you. I extended the invitation.
Jeezy said that?
Yeah, he said this to Gucci. I extended the invitation because they started going off at the mouth. Like, it was just like, Gucci started talking his shit and Jeezy said, wait. I invited you. I extended the invitation because we talked about what we talked about off, you know. But
why Jeezy didn't do it with T.I. or something? Because then they both had little groups or whatever back
I don't know, but this was more legendary. 1.7 million people. I don't think.
But Brandy and them had 2 million people.
Oh, did they? Oh, I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's
see, that type of brings views.
Yeah, the beat.
When you have beef, it brings views. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because I was locked in. But like I said, it was getting too. So I said, I'm turning this off for somebody.
Look at them right there.
Oh, Jeezy, you know?
Yeah, they talking about it right there on TMZ.
I said, let me turn this off before I get for somebody to get shot, and I don't want to be a witness to this.
Shit.
But you know, these rappers and these beefs be real.
And it's too many rappers being killed every week. It's like somebody getting shot, somebody got killed, or my brother got killed.
And I know Gucci feet was hurting too because he never sat down. I know his feet was hurting. He never sat down.
Look at the stay here. Was they in Magic City?
I think so. I think they were. But yeah, he had extended the invitation. He said he extended the invitation.
Right.
But I had heard a while back, a few months ago, that they had started speaking to each other. But
right. I mean, but these rappers. First of all, you know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of people just killing. All you hear is shooting. Oh, they got into an argument. They got shot. Y'all niggas don't fight no more. What happened to fighting? Okay? Like, you could fight, and then it might take you a couple days, but y'all be cool the next day. Like, nobody wants to do that no more. It's too many of our people dying. We are like at 445 deaths here in Philadelphia. I don't think I've ever remembered something like that since bitch being a kid, and you know, you don't go to sleep until you hear a gunshot. Mm-hmm. Now y'all just pussies. Like, fight. And don't try to go to the trunk and go get the gun or go to the car. Just fight. You know what? That's what I love about us black gays. We don't go get no guns, okay? If we gonna fight or you gonna get jumped. But don't nobody get killed, okay? It might make Instagram, you might be mad because somebody got jumped, but at least nobody ain't get killed. You know, y'all straight ones, y'all got to figure that out and fix it, because you gotta remember, you shoot and kill somebody, that's forever. and you're not just affecting, the parents. What if they got children?
Yeah.
And then the great grandparents. Like, it's a whole effect of what you do to somebody. It's a whole effect. Like, but y'all pussies. Like, come on, fight. If it's that bad, fight. Somebody got this new Twitter and think it's cute that you post somebody running up and jumping somebody. Like, he got caught slipping. No, bitch. Fight me like a man. Don't run up behind me and think that is okay. You ain't running up behind somebody in Walmart of all places. Who the fuck run up on somebody in Walmart?
Some people tell you, I'm going to get you where I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you where I'm going to get you, but you know what? I'm not going to sneak you. I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to be in your face. I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah.
But, y'all going to do what y'all going to do. But everybody, listen. It's Thanksgiving. It's COVID. We're still in the season of COVID. Don't be around grandma and stuff like that. Chill. I don't want y'all to go through. Like, I don't call my mom grandma. My mom, she was 74. Y'all got to chill. I know everybody want to be around everybody, but this is the time to really relax. Stay away from the older people. FaceTime them. I'm sure they got all kinds of new apps now to teach people how to FaceTime. Just let them know that you love them. Whether you can see them in person or not. They loved. And that you'll see them when it's okay to see them. I know it's going to be a lonely Thanksgiving for me because I don't plan on going nowhere. Even though my friends are like, no, you can come to my house. Just come on, Kevin. Don't stay in there by yourself. Maybe it might be okay if I just learn how to make a fucking turkey or something. And then for 2021, I'll be like, all right, everybody can come to my house and I'll teach you how to make a turkey. Or we just eat and just relax. Everybody just need to learn how to sit still and be calm and be patient. We're going to get through this. But if you feel like you could be like me and just maskless and go out there in the streets, you can't. Because there's a chance you can have it and have no symptoms and think you're fine, and you're killing people.
Mm-hmm.
So I hate to end this on a sad note like that, but I will today. Be safe out there. Love each other. Love yourselves. Love yourself enough to wear a mask. Mikel and I will be back next week. Because you know what? I didn't even think about the podcast. If I would have known, I would have put my hours in. I would have changed my hours.
You're not working Thanksgiving, are you?
No. No, but they're open. My job open every day.
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of undecided what I want to do, Mikel.
For what?
Thanksgiving. It's kind of like a...
Well, I think if Nina invites you, has something, you should go.
It's kind of like an emotional thing for me. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You definitely should go if your sister has something. And stop being stubborn and just go. Because I'm going to be somewhere eating.
On Roslyn Street.
That's
bitch.
right.
Where the fuck is you?
That's right. Kevin's where? Oh, I don't know about Kevin, but because it ain't like anybody cooking. He can go to his sister's house. He just chooses not to go.
Yeah, we'll come back and talk about what we did next Monday. But everybody, y'all have a great week. Be safe. The politicians, the musicians, hit me up with like 2 or 3 songs that I might like. Send it to the Scorpion Show at gmail.com. I should have told y'all that earlier. But yeah, everybody be safe. I love y'all. Again, thank y'all for all the birthday love. When Mikel's birthday come, the way y'all treated me, I want y'all to do the same thing for my co-host.
2 weeks.
Because he get paid tomorrow. And when he get that check tomorrow.
That don't sound good. Throw this in the trash.
We barely worked in October.
Throw it in the trash for me. I know this right.
But
thank God I got a 9 to 5.
But take care of him on December the 12th. If you can. Because y'all really looked out for me. and I really appreciate that. It was really nice. So
I entertain people all year.
Yeah, you entertain them more than me. I barely post. I just like look y'all playing here. You know.
They better take care of it. I mean, I entertain. Okay.
Yeah, because especially when my party started, oh my God.
What happened?
That thing was, but it was lit. But
who came? Did Den come?
Yeah, Den came, Eddie came, Tashin, Chris, and my friend Oliver, and it was cool, you know. But I'm good now. I gotta watch my wrestling. My wrestling came on.
Oh,
let's 8 o'clock. But everybody, we're gonna go. Y'all be safe out there. I love y'all. Have a happy Thanksgiving. No drinking and driving. Don't go visit grandma. Chill. Just relax. FaceTime. Somebody put a mask on and FaceTime. All right. Peace.
With a mask on?
Yes.
Ain't nobody
if they, I don't know, but she got to learn. The grandparents know how to FaceTime.
Yes. Hello? They got iPhones and everything.